I'm rereading Chocolate Unwrapped, The Surprising Health Benefits of America's Favorite Passion by Rowan Jacobson. Now, in a chocolate bar, there's over 400 known chemical compounds. It's an amazingly complex food, so complex that it's impossible to make an artificial chocolate flavoring, for now anyway. So whenever you get a chocolate product in the store, there actually is some real cocoa in there. But I want to talk about this one chemical called anandamide. Nobody knew anandamide existed until a few years ago. That was when Daniel Poempelli, a researcher at the Neuroscience Institute of San Diego, set out to discover how marijuana affects the brain. He found that the human brain produces a pleasure chemical, which he named anandamide, after the Sanskrit word for bliss. Completely separate from the natural opiate system we were already familiar with, that is almost identical to the THC in marijuana. The brain has receptors for anandamide built right into it. So think about a lock and a key. Your brain has receptors for anandamide. When a molecule of anandamide clicks into your receptor, you get a hit of pleasure, and THC happens to fit perfectly into those receptors. Acting on a hunch, Poempelli assumed that some potent chemical must be behind chocolate cravings and decided to investigate. Lo and behold, he found anandamide in chocolate, making chocolate and marijuana the only known sources of these molecules. As nervous candy companies were quick to point out, chocolate contains far lower levels of this chemical than marijuana does. You would have to eat 25 pounds of chocolate to get the high you get from smoking a joint, but that isn't the end of the story. Poempelli also found two close relatives of anandamide in chocolate. Brace yourself for the names, because nobody has come up with a catchier, munkier for them yet. So they're two huge long words. Huge. And something lamine and then litum, blah, blah. Don't worry, you don't have to pronounce them. You just have to know what they do, which is to keep anandamide floating around in your brain longer. You see, usually anandamide has a very short lifespan in your brain. Primitive man would not have survived long if he was perpetually stoned. So your enzymes break that anandamide down as fast as it's made. But the two anandamide cousins mentioned above prevent the enzymes from doing their thing. And these cousins are found in chocolate in considerably higher levels than anandamide. This is a beautiful thing, because by prolonging the brain's natural high instead of flooding it with external chemicals, it's possible that chocolate delivers a much mellower and longer lasting sense of well-being than does marijuana or other drugs. Isn't that fascinating? So anandamide in chocolate is the bliss chemical, and it just makes you feel good. Another case for chocolate.